Hello students, Standard 8, Chapter number 6 in Mathematics, Squares and Square Roots. Up to the last video, we learned about the square of a number. We learn about some properties like when can be a number a perfect square, when can it not be according to the unit digit. Also we learn that the square of odd number will be odd, square of an even number will be even. Then we learn some other properties also, different things. Then we learn some special types of patterns, and then by observing the patterns we can find the squares of different numbers which are following the patterns without any multiplication. But now we have to go in the reverse direction, that is the square root. Square root is the reverse or the inverse process. Finding the square root of a number is just the opposite or the inverse operation. For example, subtraction is the inverse operation of the addition. Division is the inverse operation of multiplication. Similarly here, finding square root is the reverse or the inverse or the opposite process of doing the square. We know that like 2 square, what is the square of 2? 4. Then reverse, square root of 4 is 2. So 2 square is equal to 4, therefore square root of 4 is 2. So we have to go reverse now. We know that 3 square is equal to 9. So therefore square root of 9 is 3. If 4 square, how much 4 square is 16? So we can write down the reverse. Square root of 16 is equal to 4. 5 square is 25. Therefore, square root of 25 is 5. Similarly, you can go onwards. That 6 square is equal to 36. It means square root of 36 is 6. 10 square is 100. So reverse, square root of 100 is 10. So totally we have to do the inverse operation of squaring. But now, as we know that if you multiply two negative numbers, also answer becomes positive. It means that if you square of minus 2, means minus 2 multiplied by minus 2 is also 4. It means that minus 2 square is 4. So we can write down reverse also like that. That square root of 4 is minus 2 also. It means square root of 4 can be 2 and minus 2 both. Similarly, here 3 square is equal to 9. But if you multiply minus 3 multiplied by minus 3, means minus 3 square is also 9. It means that square root of 9 is not only 3, but it can be minus 3 also. Means all the perfect square have two square roots, one positive number and one negative number also. Similarly here also 5 square is 25, but if you multiply minus 5 into minus 5, the minus 5 square is also 25. So square root of 25 is 5 also, and it can be minus 5 also. But in this chapter, For this chapter we have to take the limitations that we will count only the positive square root of the number. Means we will just ignore the negative square roots. So we will only take this 2, 3, 5, not like -2 or -3 or minus. We will just ignore only for this standard. When you grow up in the higher standard, you have to remember that square root can be answer positive also, and it can be a negative number also. Now, the symbol. We know that when you put 2 on the number as a power, it becomes a square. The reverse process is square root, and the square root, the positive square root, is denoted by this symbol. It looks like the division, but in division, what do? We do like that. But here, we have to write down like a V. Then just produce it little up, and you write down this. So that is the symbol for the square root. And whenever any number is inside, it means that we have to find the square root of that perfect square number. Look here. For example, 1 square is 1. So we can write down that thing in the notation. What will be written here? What is written here? You have to read as square root of 1 is equal to 1, or square root 1 is equal to 1. 2 square is equal to 4, means square root 4 is equal to 2. 4 square is 16, means square root 16 is equal to 4. 10 square is 100, means square root of 100 is equal to 10. 6 square is 36, means square root of 36 equals 6, and so on. So that is the symbol. Whenever there is symbol over the number, we read as square root. So here how you read? Square root 16, square root 4, square root 1, etc. There are different methods to find the square root of given perfect square number. First method is the method of repeated subtraction. In the beginning we learn that if a number is perfect square, it can be expressed as sum of odd numbers starting from 1. And we find out that sum of that number, odd numbers, is equal to n square. Means if you add 1, then it is 1 square is 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, that is 2 square. So that we were adding. Now what we have to do? We have to do the reverse thing. We have to repeatedly subtract the odd numbers from the number, and we have to bring 0 at last. If it will be a perfect square, only then we will get 0. Otherwise, we won't be able to find the square root, because square root will be possible only of those numbers who are perfect square number. So we have to start subtracting odd numbers starting from 1 successively, consecutively. It means first we have to subtract 1 from the number. Then from that answer subtract 3. Then from that answer subtract 5, then 7, up to that where the last answer comes 0. Then we have to count the steps, that how many steps we did subtracted for the answer 0. Look here, we took an example here, that's find the square root of 64 by repeated subtraction. So here I started in the step 1 by subtracting 1. So 64 minus 1 is 63. Then from 63 I have to subtract 3. I got 60. Then from it subtracted 5. I got 55. Then after 5 we have to subtract 7 because next odd number is 7. So 55 minus 7 is 48. After 7 there is 9. So 48 minus 9. I got 39. After 9 the next odd number is 11. So from 39 I have to subtract 11. I got 28. Next number is 13. So 28 minus 13 is 15. And after 13 next number is 15. So 15 minus 15, 0. So finally I got 0 at which step? 8th step. So here we have subtracted successive odd numbers starting from 1 and obtained 0 at 8th step. So whatever number of step we got 0, that will be the square root of the given number. So here we obtain 0 at 8th step. Therefore square root of 64 is equal to 8. Now we are going to do the try this, in which we have to check that by repeated subtraction, of odd numbers, find whether the following numbers are perfect square or not. And if they are perfect square, find the square root. If it is perfect square, find square root. So now let's take the first number, that is 121. Now as I explained you in the previously that if it is a perfect square, then it will be answer coming 0 when you repeated subtract the odd numbers starting from 1. So here we will write down the steps. 121 minus 1 is 120. Second step is 120 minus 3, that will be 117. Then 117 minus 5, that is 112. Fourth step, 112 minus 7, that will be 105. Fifth, 105 minus 9, 1, 3, 5, 7, then 9. So it will be 96. Then sixth term, sixth step will be 96 minus 11. 6 minus 1, 5, 9 minus 1 is 8, 85. 85 minus 13, 5 minus 3 is 2. 8 minus 1 is 7. 72. Eighth term is 72 minus 15. 12 minus 5 is 7. 6 minus 1 is 5. Ninth, 57 minus 17. 7 minus 7 is 0. 5 minus 1 is 4. 40 minus 19. 10 minus 9 is 1 and 3 minus 1 is 2. And then 21 minus, now after 19 comes 21. So the lastly we get 0. So here by subtracting consecutive odd numbers at 11th step we get answer 0. Therefore 121 is a perfect square and square root of 121 is equal to 11. Why 11? Because at the 11th step we get 0 answer. So therefore let's take another one. There are so many, but you can do the other ones for yourself. I am taking the last one, that is 90. So now 90 minus 1 is 89. We can do like that, then it is comfortable for us. 89 minus 3 is 86. Third step, 86 minus 5, that is 81. 81 minus 7 now is 74. 74 minus 9 now. That is 65. 65 minus 11. 54. 54 minus 13 is 41. 41 minus 15 26. 26 minus 17 that is 9. So now 9 minus 19 is minus 10. So here by subtracting consecutive odd numbers starting from 1, we do not get 0. It means that 90 is not a perfect square. Therefore, 90 is not perfect square. So we cannot find the square root because it is not a perfect square number. Here we are going to finish today's session. In next session, we will learn how to find square root by the other method, that is the prime factorization method. It will be followed by the PDF file, and any query write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.